Hi everybody, welcome back. Today I will be giving a first impressions review about my new bag. This is the Celine box bag and I have recently got this from my UK trip. If you haven't watched my haul, I will link it up here and you can check it out. That's where I kind of like revealed the bag. But in this video I will share a little bit more about how I got it towards the end of the video, and if you just want to hear a little bit about story time, I will tell you that at the end of the video. But if you're just here for a quick review, this is going to be a first impressions review because I have been using this bag for exactly 3 weeks now. From the day I got it, the day I bought it, I used it throughout my entire trip, and then I used it for another week for work, and I kind of have a pretty good impression about this bag already. It is still first impressions in terms of how the wear of the bag is, but I'll kind of give you like a pros and cons in this review. Just in case you guys are thinking about getting this bag now, especially with the new designer, because I don't know if he's going to be taking this particular bag off the shelves. Heard a lot of rumors about him wiping out the entire old Celine and coming up with his new Celine image, and also I know a lot of people are getting Celine bags now, so I know some of you are interested in this particular bag, so let me tell you my thoughts about it. Anyway, if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Kat and I do luxury handbag reviews. I hope you guys subscribe, and if you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. And yes, let's get started. So let me tell you about this bag first. This is the Celine box bag with smooth, really smooth calf skin, and the color is in camel. It comes with this brass or like vintage gold hardware. It has hardware here and a little bit on the straps. There is a compartment that goes like this, accordion style, so 1, 2 and a zipper compartment inside. All smooth calf skin, and it smells so good. There is no compartment in the back. It is very similar to a constant bag. So anyway, that's my story time towards the end of the video. In terms of the size, this is the size medium. So across, it is 22 centimeters. In terms of height, it is about 20 centimeters, so it's pretty decent sized bag. In terms of the width, it is about 9 centimeters, but because it is accordion style, it can open up fairly large. It comes with a detachable strap, so right now I have it on its second length, so I can actually unhook the snaps here and make it longer, and I can take out the strap entirely and then actually use it as a clutch. So it is pretty functional in terms of, like, you know, it's got a few ways you can wear the bag. I'm gonna start off with a few pros, or kind of like things that I really enjoy about the bag. Firstly is the size. Now this is the size medium and you can fit so much in this bag because when I open it up like this, it actually fits a lot. I put so many things inside. I had my passport, my wallet, my phone, I've got my camera, I've got my rechargeable battery, I've got so much in it, and it fits really nicely in this bag. So I'm just gonna quickly stuff my bag and then you can take a look. So I've packed my bag right now. What's missing is my passport, but I've got my phone, my card holder, my keys. I've got my other small, like tiny wallet, got my other phone, and right at the bottom of the bag I have put the actual dust bag. I've rolled it up and put it at the bottom. So now I'm going to close it and you can see. So now you see it's opened up like an accordion. So I'm going to close it. It's hard to do with one hand, right? So you just push it down lightly. Oh wait, okay, there you go. It's because it's still really new, I am babying it a little bit, but as I get a little bit more used to the bag, you know, it's not that hard. So you just like shift it down, see, like this, close. Look, it can fit so much. I can actually put a little bit more inside, but you know, it's still a new bag, so I'm not gonna overdo it yet. But anyway, yes, you can fit a little bit more in this bag, and it opens up so easily. You see, boop, you can see everything. So I was just going to show you what I've done at the bottom. I put the dust bag inside as well because it was raining in the UK, so I actually rolled up the dust bag and I put it at the bottom. It was a great way for me to protect this baby because it is smooth calf skin. It fits a lot. I love the size. This is a size that's very similar to the Constance 24. So it's a good way to kind of test it out, right? The thing that is amazing about this bag, it is that it is so sleek. Now there is absolutely no logos on this bag, and that makes it so classy. So you know, it just goes with any look. You don't have to worry that it's too in your face. The only logo that you will ever see here is the little word that says Celine Paris right here, embossed here in gold. That's the only part, okay? There is, like in the clasp up here, when you open it here, at this part here, there is the word Celine embossed in it, but other than that, there is no other yeah, there's no other spots that says Celine. It says made in Italy at the back of the second pocket. But yeah, other than that, there is no sign that this is a branded bag. So when I was using it in the UK, I was carrying it everywhere, like right here in on my body. And I didn't feel like I was being watched. You know, I'm very paranoid when I'm traveling. I'm very scared that people will see like, she's wearing a lot of branded stuff. So I really I didn't use anything. My backpack was my LV backpack, which was full of monograms. I used it for a couple of days, and then I started to not use it so much because I don't know, I just, you know, with my family and all that, I didn't want like any trouble, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, I didn't use that bag so much, but I used this and I felt so safe, and I felt so like understated, like nobody knew about it, but only people who actually knew about the bag would know about the bag. But yeah, it is so sleek looking. So that's another great point, especially if you're not the kind of person that wants to use bags that shout the brand. Like HERMES is another bag brand that doesn't have any logos, doesn't actually shout their brand, you know, because you know it, because it is so iconic. That's why you know the bag, you know the brand, you're like, oh, it's a Birkin. But if you actually don't know the brand, there's no logos on it and everything, actually the HERMES Birkin or Kelly or any of their bags are really sleek looking bags as well. So I digress. This bag is exactly that. It is so, just so beautiful and clean looking. The other thing is that it looks great as a crossbody bag. I was a bit concerned that it would look really big and chunky and just not nice, but I don't know, the way that they have punched the holes exactly where the two clips are, and that's where the buckle ends, so it doesn't like pass too much or it's too short or anything. It's just perfect right there. It doesn't go more. This length, this is, I guess they call it the mid length. You can actually extend the clip to this point and make it longer, and it will be a longer crossbody bag if you're a much taller person. But for me, at this mid length or this second length, it is perfect. When I wear it as a crossbody bag, it falls at my hip a little bit higher, and I don't know, it's at a height that is comfortable and easy for me to reach. I also wear it on my shoulder, and because it's at a mid-long length, it looks really great as just a shoulder bag. It's not too long, like, you know, like the jumbo, it's like too long, or like the Gabrielle bag is like to your knees. But this is a great length. It looks so stylish. To add on is that it has a detachable strap. Now I don't intend to use this bag as a clutch, but I have seen friends who have this bag use it as a clutch, and it looks great. It looks so like, you know, like this. I just keep the strap and you can just imagine. See? Like a little bookcase, right? It looks so good. It is amazing. So yes, those are the great things I love about it. The space, the smell. Did I say the smell? Yeah, the smell is great, and just how it looks along my body and how it looks so clean and so classy, especially if you don't like logos, it will be great for work. Now I'm going to share a few things about this bag which I think is going to be a problem if you are not careful, and also a few little things that I want to share with you. Okay, the first most obvious one is that it is smooth calfskin leather. Now they have other materials as well, like python or, you know, kind of like grain material, but I picked smooth calfskin because I love the touch, the feel and all, but it is a huge, it's a huge hassle to take care of. On the third day, I've already scratched it up, like little bit. I will put a close-up and you can see this tiny scratch on the top of the bag, and I think it came from maybe my fingernails or my jeans or something. So this bag, because I picked the smooth calfskin leather, it's gonna be high maintenance. I knew it from the day I got it, but it is something that I want to warn you guys about, because if you're expecting to keep this bag in pristine condition, I think it's gonna be a challenge. It's not impossible, but a challenge. So that's one of the reasons why I did carry along the dust bag with me. When I knew I was going to be in a crowded space, I would kind of protect it on rain, or I'm going to be rushing around. I did try my best, but there were times that I forgot. So I've got like a couple of scratches here, and I think I've got, did I manage to, oh, I've got one more at the front here, very light. So it's light enough that I don't see it, but I can imagine if one day, please don't happen, that I really like scratch it, it's gonna be bad. Now, the bag that I saw on display at the Celine in Harrods was severely scratched up, and it was the exact same bag. It was just like marked everywhere. So yeah, it's something that I'm worried about, and I just want to tell you that if you get smooth calfskin leather, you have to be at peace with it. You have to be like, it's gonna be scratched up, okay, I will accept it, it will be beautiful. And just accept it and love it, right? Don't be like a freak about it. I have some scratches on the inside as well. So this one is not so shiny, but because let's say I've got my phone inside, as you pull it, it's scratched. So I've got like some inside here. So, you know, one of the reasons why the Celine box bag in the resale market is, I guess you could get better prices on the resale market, and mainly it's because the ones that are in the resale markets actually look pretty bashed up. Like, they look like they've been through war and more and back and all that, so they look really bad. And that's maybe why, you know, they don't retain like a good resale value. So if you buy this bag, that's another con. You may not be able to get back the same amount of money that you would get if you bought a Chanel or Hermes or an LV. But if you take decent care of it, you know, and you know, just enjoy the bag, I think this is a great bag. So it's like a con in the sense that, you know, this bag, because it's going to be so scratched up, it's going to be pretty worn out, I honestly doubt you will be able to get a pretty good return on it. You will get some back, but it's going to be in the range of maybe like those Gucci bags, I know, Valentino bags, maybe Dior, I don't know. They don't have that fantastic resale value, but you know, enjoy it, right? That's my first problem with the smooth calfskin. Now, there are other materials, okay? So maybe the other materials, like they have a grained one, or the one that is like more embossed, like python skin, you know, embossed. Yeah, I think those would fetch a better price, a better resale value, but they are more expensive, especially the python one. They are more expensive, so you know, yeah. But I love this calfskin. It's so smooth, it's fantastic to touch, it looks lush and sleek. So yeah, you gotta balance what you want, right? The other thing is actually the strap. So as you can see, they have two clasps here, and these two clasps actually, I believe, creates scratches on the bag, because these squarish shapes, the edges are freaking, they are sharp, okay? They're like, yeah, they are sharp enough for me to actually scratch my bag. So there are two things I want to talk about the con of this strap. Even though it feels amazing on my shoulder, but it has to fit exactly on my shoulder. So let me show you. Right here where the clasp is, it has to fit like this. If the strap moves slightly like this, it pokes into my body and it actually kind of hurts. I don't know, it's not the most comfortable. So when I wear it like this, it ends up around my collarbone and it feels not comfortable, because you know, we women are quite bony here, you know what I mean? Like this, you won't have like tons of flesh up here, like to protect yourself. So yeah, it hits exactly where my collarbone is. Let me show you. See? It's exactly where my collarbone is. See? So sometimes it feels like it's digging into my shoulders. It's not that comfortable. So I realized that the first time I tried it on, and a tip that the sales associate gave me, the lady in Singapore, she actually told me to wear it like that. So turn it down and wear it at the back like that. So that this part is the soft leather and it feels better, but then it doesn't look so great anymore. So now the 2 clasp is here. I'm at peace with it, you know, I'm not that bothered with it. I kind of got used to the 2 clasps here, you know, when we're not wearing it for a long period of time. It feels okay, but because I was on a trip and the bag was constantly on my body, and when I had stuff inside, it got heavy, so I felt like I kept moving the strap up and down. It was a little bit annoying. So yeah, that I wasn't so pleased with that. This is not the best design. I believe that if they made the clasp a little bit further, it would have been better, but maybe I'm the only one. I don't know if you guys, any of you who have this bag feel the same way, or if you are gonna try the bag, test it out and let me know if you feel the same way. But yes, that is one thing that I found a bit annoying. Then the other thing about the strap is that it's sharp. So this sharpness, I believe if you store the bag just like this, it will scratch your bag. Guarantee. If you feel the sharpness of this clasp right here at the corners, it is sharp. Okay, let me show you how sharp it is. I know you guys are like, how sharp is it? I am going to scratch myself, like lightly. Okay, let me just, I don't know if you can see that. Can you guys see that? Is my body getting red? I hope so. I hope so. Yeah, okay, I hope so. I'll put a picture, okay? So it's like I'm not pressing. I'm not pressing. Okay, can you see my bones? I'm not pressing. I'm just lightly. So can you imagine if that's doing to my skin, what it can do to your smooth calfskin bag? So when I store this bag, I actually have to remove the entire strap and store it inside its own little baggie. I have not stored this bag because I have been using it, but when I put this bag into the storeroom, I am going to remove the strap. So that's a little bit of a hassle, and I have to be careful because I can't just like, you know, put the bag like, you know, let the strap just wound around the bag or just let it fall. You know, I have to be a bit more mindful of the strap because it is, as I talk, I'm just taking a look, right? I have to be a bit more mindful because the bag, this clasp can cause damage. So that's another thing that I noticed. The final thing that I noticed, but I can't really tell you the amount or where it will be at this point in time because it is a first impressions, but I just want to share something that I'm thinking about that I may need to monitor is actually the side glazing here, because this strap actually goes across through the bag, around the bag right here, and the strap constantly rubs against the glazing right there. So, you know, when I'm wearing the bag, oh wait, hang on. When I'm wearing the bag like this, for example, just like that, I would say there's not going to be much friction, but because, like I said earlier, the two clasps may feel a bit annoying, and I will constantly be doing this and this, and I won't be so gentle. You know, I would say at least half of the time I'm gonna be like, you know, like this, and I'll be moving it, you know, like pulling it like this to move it to the back. And I know there will be days that I will forget, okay? I will forget. I will constantly be pulling up and pulling down, and there will be friction along that part of the bag right here. I can be more gentle, but I'm gonna be honest and say that I can't be gentle every single time. There will be days that I'll be rushing with the bag and I will pull and all like that, you know. So I can't avoid it. I can't avoid having some amount of friction along the side here. So right now, that obviously it is a brand new bag, but I can see already there is some, like, it's not as shiny as the rest of the other glazing. So there has been some touching, okay, of the strap to the bag, the right side here. So It's something that I'm going to be careful of as much as I can. I'm going to try and remember to, you know, don't pull it and make sure it rubs. I'm going to try and pull it there, but yeah, it's something that I will monitor as I use this bag. But I want you guys to know that as well, that something I believe glazing at these corners will be an issue, or may be an issue if the more I use this bag. So I just want to end this video with good positive thoughts about this bag. I love it, okay? If I go through the pros and cons, even though, you know, like I'm worried about the scratches and all that, I can still tell you that I am absolutely in love with this bag. I love it so much. I was using it for about a week, and in my head I was thinking, oh my goodness, I need another one. Can you imagine? I did a Q&A recently about multiples, and I was saying that, you know, I'm not into multiples, and after I got this bag, I was like, I need another bag. Of course, 2 is my maximum, like double. But I had that moment, you know, I was like thinking, I love it so much. I want another one. I want another one in maybe like the, you know, grain leather or python leather that is different in color. You know, something just different but same design. I had a moment, okay? I love it. I love the convenience of the bag. It's the space, because it could fit so much. I love the way it looked on my body. Oh gosh. So, if I had to buy this bag again, I will definitely buy this bag again. It is amazing. It's, oh gosh, I love it. Okay, so that is my first impressions review, and I guess in a few months, or maybe even a year, or maybe 6 months or so, the more I use this bag, I will definitely do a more in-depth review about it. You can ask me any questions in the comments down below, but now I'm going to tell you about how I got this bag. So if you don't want to watch it, you know, I hope you guys take care, and I'll see you then. But if you're gonna keep going, let me tell you about the story. So this bag, how did I come about buying it? Oh gosh, I know a lot of you know my wish list. You know, it's like the Constance and the Birkin 25 and all of that. But you know, those are really wish list items. The price is something that is a huge deterrent. I can't at the moment. I have some goals that I want to make, especially next year. So I am kind of cooling off on those really expensive items right now. Though I have bought some expensive items. This is one of it. But those really expensive ones like Birkins and Constance and also this was a good way to me, right? One of the reasons is a good way for me to test out a Constance, because the size is very similar to the Constance 24. It is fairly big, and it is, yeah, it will give me a good take on and not spending so much money at the moment. Like, it's gonna, Constance is double the price, maybe triple the price, and I can't afford that right now. So I want something that is similar for me to test out. And yeah, I can imagine why people love the Constant. It is a fantastic size bag. Why did I get the Celine all of a sudden? Now, it is not all of a sudden. I know I haven't talked about it, but I have been kind of checking it out, and I knew about the Celine new designer and all that about a few months ago. I heard about it, and I knew that with new designers coming in, there will be change, right? So I had a moment, I was thinking like, will this be a sold out bag? So I checked a few of the Celine stores, and apparently it's kind of like contradicting. Somebody said that they're going to take away everything, they're going to remove all the bags, and all the bags are no longer going to be there anymore because the heady guy is going to change it all. But some people said that he's actually going to be keeping this design. So I don't know if it's true. And it's all rumors right now, but apparently the trapeze bags and all of that are going to be gone from his collection. He's going to like swap it out. And if you watched his latest style, like the fashion week style, it's definitely not the old Celine, okay? It is so not the old Celine. It's so rock and roll and so much more edgier. No longer the sleek and cool Celine, right? So yeah, it's something that I was thinking like, maybe it's a good time to get it now. So I did some research, like in Singapore. I checked out the bag, tested it out several times. I went to the Marina Bay Sands, I went to the one in Ngee Ann City, and I was like this close to buying it in Singapore, but Singapore is expensive. It's $5,600 in Singapore, and it was a little bit too much for me to spend on a Celine bag. So I knew I was going to go to UK, and I actually called up, sorry, no, I emailed first. I emailed the Celine UK or Europe email address, and I checked out like the Celine stores, and I had a shock because they were all sold out. Like, they were like, we do not have any of the box bags in stock at the moment, and we cannot guarantee that there will be any when you arrive. I was like, what? I was like, what? No, cannot be. What happened? And that obviously created desire, but it also created a little bit of panic. I was thinking, oh, is it really going to be sold out? So, I mean, I already wanted the bag, but I was kind of like fluttering a little bit. So I did a little bit more research, and I tried to call Harrods. So when I called Harrods, they also were sold out. I was like, oh, this is terrible. But I knew I was going to London for a day trip. So I called them, and this really nice Harrods, I tell you, shopping in Harrods is the best. She called up, she said, oh yeah, we don't have any more in stock, but we are getting one batch in the following Friday. So it was one Friday, and the following Friday I was going to be in London. So I asked her, I said, could you please hold one new camel bag for me? Like, could you hold it for 7 days? And 7 days is actually a long time for a salesperson. Like, you know, they work on commission and all, but she was like, sure, absolutely, we will hold one for you. I think I'm only getting 2 or 3 in, but we will hold one for you. I was beyond, okay, I was beyond ecstatic. I was flipping because I don't know, I was just so excited. So I arrived in the UK on a Wednesday, and it was like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I was gonna go to London for a day. So I tell you, those, you know, when you want something, 24 or 48 hours passed like super slow. So anyway, when the day arrived, I went to Harrods, and I did manage to meet the wonderful sales associate there. Her name is Joanna. If you are ever in Harrods, please look for Joanna at Celine. She is amazing. She actually messaged me the day before to say that, hey, your handbag is waiting for you. I'm not going to be around. Who and who is going to be helping you? Please take a photo for me when you get the bag. And I could see it. So I did take a photo for her after I got the bag. But anyway, I went to Harrods, and I picked up the bag, and I actually asked them, I said, hey, do you have the other bag, like another model? Like, could I compare? Maybe the one that Joanna left for me may have a scratch. I just wanted to compare. And the guy was like, oh no, this is the only piece left. She's left you the last piece that is available. I was like, oh my gosh, stress. I was like, oh my gosh, are you serious? Because she's like, yes, we sold out the other 2 pieces. I was like, oh. Thank goodness she kept it for me, and for 7 days. Oh goodness. So anyway, when I picked it up, I don't know, I was beyond happy, okay? So that's the story. That's a little crazy story of how I actually went round and round. I searched for it in Singapore. I emailed the UK companies, and they were like, oh, it's sold out. And then I called Harrods, and I went on a hunt, okay? I went on a hunt for this bag, and I got it. And I don't think it's, you know, I don't think that it's sold out, and they're not producing this bag anymore. I think they still are producing this bag, but there is a decent demand for it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a bag that it will always, you might always be able to get a fresh new piece. You may have to wait a little bit. You may have to, oh, okay, maybe it's sold out, you want a new piece, don't worry, wait a couple of weeks. I think they're still producing it. It's just that not in big batches. You know, not in big batches. So it's a great way to create desire for bags, but yeah, it really stressed me out. So that's my little story about getting this beautiful bag. If any of you are interested, I think it's a good time to get it, you know, just in case the new designer decides to actually wipe it out. I doubt he will, but just in case, right? So yeah, I don't think you guys will regret it. Like, I definitely don't regret buying this bag. I don't see myself, do I see myself selling it? No, I don't actually see myself selling it. I bought it knowing that I'm not going to get a good resale value back from it. I know it's going to be worn. I know that it's going to have scratches, but I'm going to really enjoy this bag. I've already enjoyed it for 3 weeks straight. I am absolutely pleased with it. So yeah, if you have any questions, I'm gonna say goodbye again. So thank you for watching the end of this video. I hope to do a review, more proper and deeper review much later. But otherwise, you guys take care and I will see you in my next video. Bye.